What's up, everybody? Welcome to This Week in MLS, presented by Target. Calen Carr, we are coming off one heck of a decision day presented by AT&T, aren't we?
Indeed. It was a wild one.
My heart is still pounding
yeah.
after all the action that we had. You guys, all 11 games starting at the same time. It was madness. If you had seen us yesterday watching this in the control room, it was bananas. It was
TVs everywhere.
TVs everywhere. People were screaming. You weren't sure like what was going on in what game. So it was really exciting. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, because we sure did.
Ali Curtis, he plays it cool on cammer, but behind he was yelling at the screen. Yeah,
he was absolutely freaking out. It was so great. So I think it's only appropriate that our twin takeaways are about decision day.
Of course.
Let's do our takeaways. One from the East, one from the West. Can we do it?
I think so. Start us off.
So I'm going to kick us off with our twin takeaway from the East. So I'm going to talk about TFC and that game against Atlanta. TFC, they get a 2-2 draw with Atlanta in front of that crazy 70,000 plus crowd at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They 69 points, secure the most points ever in MLS history. You made this point yesterday about Toronto and what an impressive performance it was for them, because they went down in this game and then came back. And then, you know, when you've got a guy like Javinko on the team who can literally turn the tide with one free kick, as he did. It was a gutty performance from TFC. I think it sort of established exactly why they are going to be a crazy tough team to beat in the playoffs. Yeah,
well, you saw their dominance throughout the entire season. Congratulations to them. But there was talk going into this one about whether TFC was going to be resting guys, preparing for the playoffs. That didn't happen. They played their guys from the jump throughout the match. There was an interview with our David Goss and Josie after the game, and Goss asked him, hey, Josie, did you guys want to send a message? And Josie played it cool, but I'm not buying that. Just based on their effort in this performance, I think you could tell by their reaction, they wanted to come down there and send a message to Atlanta that they were the big dogs in the East. Atlanta was the one team to me that could hurt TFC in the playoffs potentially, and seeing TFC go down there and come back, get a draw. Thank you to Mr. Javinko in this one. I came away more sure of TFC as the favorites.
Absolutely, and hopefully, I mean, this could be a little preview of a potential playoff matchup that we would like to see.
I don't think these two teams like each other.
I don't think they do either, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on in the show. But let's take it out west, Calen. What was your takeaway?
Well, I mean, there's really only one, and it was the moment of decision day. And that's San Jose. San Jose with the late winner. Marco Arena with a beautiful finish off a nice ball back across. Great presence of mind from Wondolowski there. And this team, you know, they had it, then they lost it, and then back on it late. Dramatic moments for us in the office. Everybody was jumping up and down. It was pretty crazy. And I think that's what decision day is all about. You want that dramatic moment late. You don't always get it, but we did this year. And San Jose, to me, is a team that has, I mean, the momentum that they have going into the playoffs. This was a playoff game for them. And proving a lot of people wrong, myself included.
Yourself included. I'm glad that you can admit that.
I can admit it.
A big man to do that. All right, Calen, let's talk about some of these playoff matchups, shall we?
Yes.
So we're talking about San Jose. Let's keep it out west. We're going to have Vancouver hosting San Jose. Vancouver, they lose to Portland 2-1. Portland grabs that #1 seed. Vancouver had been in the driver's seat at this point. They could have walked away as a #1 seed. Instead, they dropped down to #3. Kind of scuffling a little bit. As you mentioned, San Jose now buzzing. They've got a little bit of momentum. This could be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think so. I think the odds are still in Vancouver's favor. 71% on ESPN's index. San Jose, -28 goals difference on the road this year. But you know what, Susannah? None of it matters because this is a brand new season. And San Jose is going to a place where they have the formula right now. Leach can tell his guys, we went up to Vancouver just a week ago and got a 1-1 draw. Now they need to just do that really to force extra time, potentially see some more Wando and Arena magic. But I think they just played a playoff game, essentially. So they've got some of that buzz in the group, a little of that playoff sweat, because they had to fight for their lives just to get in. Vancouver was able to rest Freddie Montero in their match in Portland. You'll see him from the start. I think Vancouver's the better team
Yeah.
of the two. They should advance, but we may have to see. I may make a surprise pick when we go to the board later.
Ooh, I like surprise picks. All right, Calen, let's talk about the other matchup out west. We are going to have Houston hosting Sporting KC. Sporting KC coming off a 2-1 loss to RSL. Houston, a decisive 3-0 win over the Chicago Fire. They're buzzing a little bit, and we've seen Sporting KC in this position before in the playoffs, right? They're in the 5th seed. They're going to have to go on the road in the knockout round. It has not worked out so well for them in years past. So how do they avoid the pitfall?
Houston, Sporting Kansas City in the playoffs. All is right in the world again. Houston, we were just worried about getting in the playoffs. Now they find themselves, after decision day, hosting the match against Sporting Kansas City. And these two teams just have played each other 2 times in the last 2 weeks due to some Hurricane Harvey rescheduling. And Houston wins at home 2-1 and went on the road and got a draw there. So to me, Houston has the huge mental edge over Sporting Kansas City.
Also, Houston also has lost AJ De La Garza, which is a big kind of hole for them.
Big blow. Jaleel Anibaba will step in for him, but I still think Houston at home. But this one is going to be fun. These two teams, speaking of teams that don't like each other.
All right, Calen, let's take it out east, shall we?
Yes.
Talk about the Eastern Conference matchups.
Let's do it.
On Thursday, we will see Atlanta hosting the Columbus Crew. We already talked a little bit about Atlanta's matchup against TFC. The Crew played NYCFC yesterday. This is a game, they had the lead twice and gave it up twice. And they walk away in the 5th seed. They now have to go on the road in the knockout rounds. This was sort of a missed opportunity for them. And I think there's been so many off-field distractions with the news of a potential move, and so you want to rally around this team, right? You want to rally around the Crew. I just don't see them going to Atlanta and walking out of there with a win. And it kind of pains me to say that.
Let's not count them out yet.
No.
You know, they've been one of the hottest teams towards the end of the season in MLS and have shown that they can do well on the road. Now, it's a tall task, of course, going down to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 71,000 plus. That place is going to be rocking. But you see their quality in this match on the road against NYCFC at Citi Field, and Higuain able to unlock. What a ball.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, what a ball on this one. He's just able to feather it in behind Kamara with the finish. But I think this team has a lot to play for. The fans, of course, in Columbus are reeling right now, trying to save their team. So a playoff run would be huge. I think they'd like to give that back to their city if possible.
Absolutely. Of course they do. All right, let's talk about the other Eastern Conference matchup. This game is going to be on Wednesday. We're going to have the Chicago Fire hosting the Red Bulls. You said this yesterday on the show that this is probably going to be one of the better games, I feel like, because I'm looking at this matchup and it could go either way.
Right.
Chicago have been so good at Toyota Park. They're kind of backing into the playoffs, so they're coming off of this 3-0 loss to Houston. I like the fact that they're at home. I think that is a huge advantage for Chicago. But you can't count the Red Bulls, and also the Dax McCarty.
I was waiting for you.
Woo! Woo! The Dax McCarty storyline here is juicy, y'all. I'm into it.
It's not often that you get to see, this was a storyline people talked about. It was the biggest news of the offseason, was that Dax McCarty had been traded to Chicago at that point. The worst team in the league. Now, through the first half of the season, the best team in the league. He's been a part of that turnaround. And Nemanja Nikolic, of course, the Golden Boot winner. Congratulations.
Congrats, Nemanja.
But I think this could go either way in the sense that I think the Red Bulls have a little bit more freedom. They don't have the weight of expectations that they've had in years past, partly because of this trade from Dax McCarty. So to see this actually play out in real time is going to be interesting. I do think Chicago has the edge being at home, but I think this is the most tightly contested match in the knockout round.
All right, Calen, it's about that time.
It's about that time.
It is about that time. It sure is.
Going down.
Sure is.
And you know what else is
going
down? It's still your B-Day!
Oh, let's just extend. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Got the lights going?
Cool.
This is amazing. I love
it. It wasn't just decision day yesterday. It was Susannah and Calen's birthday, so happy B-Day. Did you enjoy it?
Thank you. I did. Listen, I think the league really worked this out, especially for me, so that my birthday fell on decision day and that I could share it with all of you guys.
And we have this beautiful cake
this gorgeous
that I made for you.
that Amanda Vandervoort made me.
Amanda
is
did.
awesome.
And it's beautiful.
It is really, really beautiful.
Well, let's do a special edition of, did you see that?
Let's do it.
Birthday style.
Boom!
Did you see that?
Look at that.
This is great.
We're in the club.
This is great.
Turn up. What's your did you see that?
So my, did you see that, you guys? Josie Altidore scores in TFC's game against Atlanta, and he kind of runs over and he's giving it to the Atlanta crowd a little bit, and
like
somebody throws their beer on the.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Number one, that's not a good idea. But Josie was like he's gonna head it. He was just playing with this crowd so much, and then Jovinko comes around, picks it up.
Yeah.
Acts like he's drinking it. I mean, it was like.
Did
he actually drink
I
it?
think he did, yeah.
Probably not the best
And then
idea.
went and scored a free kick.
And then went and scored a free kick, which is just a testament to his talent. But it was, I mean, you said it earlier, like these two teams I don't think like each other, and they were
TFC
really
fans,
giving it.
Make a tifo of that, please.
Really
if you play
giving it to those
That would
Atlanta
be
fans.
awesome.
I just thought that was a really kind of tasty moment from Decision Day. And
I see
again,
what you did there.
I'm
see what you
hoping.
did
I
there.
would really love
Yeah.
to see these two teams face
Yeah.
off again. That's fun. All right, Calen, your turn. What was your? Did you see that? Ready? Here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. Here
Hit
we
it.
go. Boom!
Did you see that?
Wow.
Love this.
Amazing.
Feel very powerful.
Yeah. Mine is going up to Montreal. Patrice Bernier's final match for Montreal Impact. Scores a penalty kick.
Hey.
Cool as you like, as you would expect from the captain. Such a legend, started his career there, went abroad, and then came back when the Impact entered into MLS, and has been such an incredible player and person on off the field for that club. Grew up in Montreal, so you hope he stays involved with the organization. I expect him to do so.
I think he will.
And we should also mention Brian Carroll.
Yes.
Such an incredible player.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
349 appearances, 8 caps with the national team, MLS Cup. He's really done it all. So these guys have put a lot into building this league and deserve a ton of respect.
I love that they got a nice send-off too.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done,
Well
fellas.
done. All right, guys, the Audi 2017 MLS Cup Playoffs are about to kick off, and that means it is time to fill out your bracket. Go to mlssoccer.com/bracket, enter our bracket challenge. We're gonna fill one out right now. We're bracketologists.
Is that a?
It's
you
a
need a
thing.
degree for that?
It's a thing.
Okay, I like it.
It's us.
And we're gonna do it as a team, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's start off in the West.
Let's do it.
Houston Dynamo, Sporting KC in Houston. You know where I'm gonna go. What do you think?
I think I know exactly where you're gonna go, and guess what?
What?
I'm with you,
You're
buddy.
with me?
I'm with you.
Teammates, let's
Houston.
go. H-Town.
H-Town. I
Love it.
love it. I love it. I love it.
All right.
Okay, so
This is a tougher one for me.
Okay, I've been Team Vancouver for a while. I've been touting this team. As we talked about earlier in the show, the Quakes with a little bit of momentum right now, Calen. My inclination,
a lot bit.
my inclination is to go Vancouver here, but I could be convinced otherwise.
It's a new
There's
season.
There's room for an
It's a
upset.
new season for me. And it's about momentum this time of year.
Really?
And when you get a result like that, the locker room's buzzing. They've proven they can go on the road to Vancouver. They've got a result, a draw there.
The Quakes are not good on the road, Calen.
I'm telling you, all bets are off in the playoffs. Come on, Susan. Come with me on this Quakes train.
Okay, let's do it.
All right,
Put
here
them in
we go.
there. Put them in
so
there.
they will actually go to the #1 seed,
sorry,
which
Vancouver.
is Portland, which means Houston
Houston.
would come down and play a home and away leg.
All right, this is
Seattle.
tasty. This is tasty. Okay, talk about this.
Well, this is shaping up nicely actually because you've got two teams with some history that if they met would be great, and two teams with even more history. That would go forward. I think on the top one, awesome for the Quakes to get through here, but a home and away leg, I think with Portland probably just too much
I don't
the way
see, absolutely.
top in the West. Let's go ahead and push Portland through.
Boom.
And then down at the bottom, Houston and the Sounders. Now, this one, I know I sound biased. I know, it sounds bad. But I think these guys with Elise and Kyoto healthy, those wingers, they can hurt teams on the road. I think if they could get a good result at home, potentially, but the Sounders getting Clint Dempsey back after his red card for this round, probably too strong.
And also, what I want to see.
Cascadia.
I want to see this. I
like
want to
that.
see this in the Western Conference
So do I.
Finals.
Let's move over to the East.
All right, let's do it. Okay, Calen. So, Anna, Columbus. my head and my heart are in two different places here. This is the struggle with this matchup.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about it. I don't see Atlanta at home, but
70,000 plus.
The crew have been playing well.
Almiron getting back healthy. This would be an enormous upset, but I think it's going to be Atlanta.
Okay.
United FC.
All right.
Let's push them through.
I mean, I know where I'm going. I know. I got to support my hometown here, and I think at home, Chicago's played so well at home this season. I'm going to give them the edge in this one. But
two great strikers, Nemanja Nikolic, Bradley Wright Phillips. I think Dax McCarty is the difference in this one, and for his new club,
yes,
Chicago,
pull it over.
Comes right over.
All right.
These are some great matchups as well. We missed the New York Derby, of course, but this is still a great team. Both these teams have played each other some close matches. I think NYCFC, this is their year to get past this round, and I think they're going to come through.
As much as I would love to see Chicago get through, I'm with you here.
It's going to be a good one, but David Villa,
I'm with you here.
On a roll.
What about this?
Yeah, well,
what about this? This is what we wanted. This is what we asked for.
I think this will be the best matchup of the playoffs this year. We saw TFC and Montreal go at it. I think you saw just a snippet of what that could look like in Decision Day with these two teams. So much firepower on both sides, but TFC, to me, the team of destiny, not going out this early in the conference semifinals.
Yep.
They go through
over two
the
legs.
Eastern Conference Finals. Now let's take a zoom out here and
boom.
take a look at
boom
our conference finals.
Oh, I like this. This is so fun.
Looking good. Yeah.
This is so fun.
Let's go back to the West. So, obviously our Cascadia matchup here. The Sounders. Landon Donovan said they actually had more talent than Portland, but I feel like once Audi comes back, I think by this point he should be healthy.
Audi, Diego Valeri,
league MVP.
My goodness.
These stadiums would be rocking.
I know. It's going to be so good. But
I'm leaning towards Portland as well.
Portland.
Okay. Let's go there. I think Valeri's on a mission right now. And then you head out to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think, Toronto FC, too many weapons for me. David Villa is fantastic, but it's all on him. I think 70% of their goal scoring comes through him right now. So I think the weapons on TFC in a two-leg series, too much to handle. TFC goes through. MLS Cup, this would be in Toronto, which would be amazing.
Get the warmers out.
I can't see them losing twice in a row. It's going to be freezing. I can't see them losing two MLS Cups in a row at home. Not with this talent, not with this team. This team has gone on the road, though, in their MLS Cup championship and beaten the home team in Columbus.
Yes.
But Toronto FC, for me, this is the first time that I've seen a team before the playoffs that I feel good about penciling them all the way through.
Establish themselves as the favorites. I don't think they're going to disappoint. Can we do it?
Yes.
Can we do it? There it is.
Wow. Well, this is our bracket for the playoff run. Let us know what you think about our bracket, and make sure to fill yours own.
Fill it out, guys. MLSsoccer.com/bracket. Do it. See how you match up against us. This was fun. I'm glad that I feel like we were on the same page for most of this.
Yeah.
It worked out.
We were a good team.
We
should work together more often.
I think we should. We should make a habit of it. Guys, thank you so much for watching This Week in MLS. Get in those comments. Let us know what you think. Fill out your bracket. Do all that stuff. Enjoy the playoffs. See you guys soon.